there, and welcome to the Easy Spreadsheets for Life channel, where we walk you through our easy-to-use digital tools for real life. And today I'm going to walk you through our College Scholarship Tracker spreadsheet, which is compatible with both Google Sheets and Excel 365. This template was built to make your efforts to just attain those college scholarships more organized and effective. I remember taking my oldest son to a college visit one time many years ago, and the scholarship advisor told us that we should treat scholarship applications like a part-time job, just putting a little bit of effort into it every day. And this sounded overwhelming at the time, but if you can keep your applications organized in a way that helps you to stay on track and not get stressed out, then you'll be ahead of the game. So this checklist can help you stay organized, stay calm during, a bit of a stressful time, avoid missing important deadlines and missing required materials, and it'll help you track where you're at with each application, as well as the type of scholarships you're applying for, all of the eligibility requirements, important dates, and of course, what you've been awarded. So whether you're a high school senior, a parent, or even a school counselor, this tracker can really help you stay organized as you apply for 5, 25, even 50 scholarships. So let's dive in. This scholarship tracker comes pre-formatted with everything you need to manage your applications efficiently. It's very simple. There aren't any complicated formulas. It's just two tabs that include this Start Here tab and also the Tracker tab. And as with most of our templates, this Start Here tab includes helpful information and resources to help guide you through how to use the spreadsheet and access additional support. But sometimes there'll be a setup section where you need to enter some information that's unique to your circumstances. But in this instance, like I said, this tracker is very simple, and there really is no additional setup that's required to start tracking right away. So with that, let's head over to the tracker. The Tracker tab is where you'll log each scholarship that you're considering or applying to, as well as relevant information such as the scholarship name, a website, the award amount, the deadline, and a lot more, which I'll go over everything. You would use the drop-down menus for type, status, priority, just so you stay consistent, and then you can track materials required, submission date, confirmation received, etc. Also, we have a notes column here at the end for any details that you do not want to forget over here. You could say something like need 2 letters of recommendation or reuse a personal statement from another app, etc. So I'm going to walk you through an example, but first I wanted to point out this cell over here for currency. So you just need to click in the cell and you either type or paste your preferred currency symbol. So in the example, I'm just going to delete my $sign and then type my dollar and hit enter, and then it updates this column down here. Okay, so I'm going to add one more scholarship just so I can walk you through how everything works. As you can see, the mock data I've used is very generic. Of course, your entries will be specific to the scholarship you're applying to, but just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to add scholarship 11. So as you can see, I just clicked in the cell and just started typing, and then you can use your tab key to jump to the next column. And here you can add a website that's somehow connected to the scholarship. All you do is right click on the link symbol, and then you would choose insert link, and then you'd either type in or paste the URL. So for this example, let's just say this scholarship is for nursing, and I want to link to a nursing scholarship website. So I'm just going to type in AACN nursing, and then I would hit apply. And now we have this link that I can go directly to. All right, in the next column here, you'll see that this whole column has a colored background. And as with all of our templates, this is a signal to you that there's a formula in this cell. And here, the cell is filling in the currency symbol that I added up here. And if I try to type into the cell like this, I'll get this message. And I can either escape or click cancel or click the X to just back out. All right, for the award amount, I'm just going to type in 2,000, and all you need to do is type in the numbers. You don't have to type the decimal or commas. Google Sheets or Excel will do all of that for you. Here, I'll add the application deadline. And then the scholarship type, you just select this little down arrow, and there's all of these options here. So I would choose special interest for my nursing scholarship, and then I can add some contact info. Oops. Okay. And then eligibility criteria is where you would just add whatever is required to be eligible in order to receive the scholarship. So I'm going to put nursing degree, I'll say SAT 1400, GPA 3.8 plus. And then any materials that are required that you need to send in with the application. Okay. And then here you can select whether the scholarship can be renewed or if it's just a one-time scholarship. So here I'm going to select one time. And then here in the app status column, you would want to select where you're at in the process. Either not started, you're in progress, you've completed the app but not submitted, and then separately there is a submitted option, or you could select that you've just completely withdrawn. So I'm just going to select submitted, and then next is the priority. And you can base this on whatever is relevant to your personal situation, whether you're basing priority on the type of scholarship, the deadline, the amount, etc. You decide how to prioritize. Then, just to track your calendar even more, you can enter the date that you actually submit the application. And of course, you wouldn't enter a date here until this actually says submitted over here in the app status column. Okay. You can select how you submit it: email, in person, mail, portal, just in case there's like any delay with the application being received. The next column, add the last date that you should expect a response. So you can check this column to see if any responses have not been received and follow up if the date is past due. Here you'll enter the decision once you've received it. And there are a few that you can choose from. So I'm just going to select awarded. And then you can enter the date that you were awarded the scholarship. And then, as I explained earlier, there's just some extra space for any notes on the end that you just don't want to forget. Now, let me just point out some color formatting for you. As you can see, this status column is color-coded with each status type in a different color, just so you can quickly review where you're at with each application. Also, you can see the priority column also has color formatting. And then here in the decision column, every cell where you select awarded will turn green, as well as the scholarship name over here in this column. If you select withdrawn in the app status column, or you select denied in the decision column, then the scholarship name will turn gray and be striked through again in this first column over here. And these are all just to help you get a better visual of the status of each application. Then up here at the top, there are 3 graphs which break down the decision column, the app status column, and then the scholarship type column. And this just gives you some visual feedback to help you stay on track. And then there are a couple of automated tables, and here again you'll see these backgrounds all have colors, so they have formulas in them and require no input. One lists the next 5 due dates for any application that hasn't been submitted or withdrawn. And then over here you just get a breakdown of how your applications are prioritized. And then over here is the total amount that you've been awarded so far. And this represents a sum of the award column, every row that has awarded in the decision column. And that's it. It's very simple. You just add the information for each application and the template will generate these charts and give you totals. Now, all of our spreadsheets have protection, and you can tell when there's this little lock down here on the tab. And this just helps to prevent accidental edits and deletion of formulas, but you can always either pause or remove the protection. And to learn how to do that, you just go back to the Start Here tab and then click on this link for instructions. And of course, you can easily change colors, you can add rows, hide rows, change fonts with your template, you can personalize it as you see fit, and all of those instructions can be found on our frequently asked questions page or our tips and tricks page, which is on our website. Now you can grab your own copy of the College Scholarship Tracker in the link below and start mapping your path to funding your education today. So if you found this tutorial helpful, give it a like, hit subscribe. We're always adding more templates to make your life easier. And check the description for the link to this Etsy listing, as well as a link to our Etsy shop homepage. I'll catch you in the next video, and good luck with your college adventure.